Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go on a cycle ride to Westdean down the Centurion Way. So we're in Chichester now, near to the Tesco's. Not great weather today, so hoping I'm not going to get too wet. It is a bank holiday Monday, and this seems to be what we get on a bank holiday. What we're going to do is we're going to head off in this direction. So if you're doing this route, you could also combine it with a visit to Fishbourne Roman Palace. I've done a video on the channel about Fishbourne Roman Palace, one of my more popular videos, so I'll link that down below. So this is a 5.5 mile route there, and then 5.5 miles back. Decided to come on the bike, just sort of a bit quicker, and I'll let you know when we finish the route how long it took me, albeit there'll be lots of extra stopping for me to film stuff. I know from when we started the video at Westdean previously, again I'll link that down below, and that it's more gravelly at the other end. That looks like we're starting off on concrete as we head out of suburbia. So I'm running this on the inbuilt mic. It has got a wind noise suppressor, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad for everybody. And I've gone without the gimbal, using the inbuilt stabilisation. Try and take care of that. I'm sure you'll let me know how that all pans out when the video comes live. There'll be definitely some comments down below if it's too windy or too wobbly. So this is an old railway track that went to Midhurst, and where we started out was right next to the railway track, which runs behind the back of Tesco's and then heads into Chichester town. When you look at an aerial photograph of this, it's quite a big curl that this does as it exits Chichester and heads off towards Westdean. Starting to see the invasion of housing into the fields. All very old on this side. Just glimpsing Chichester Cathedral there. But off to our left we've got green land, not been built on before, being gobbled up by the greedy builders. So as I mentioned before, filming this on a bank holiday Monday, and it literally has just been throwing it down all day. So I think that's it for the day now. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. Looking over here, see all the water management systems being put in by the builders. Chichester is an extremely wet area, lots of flooding, famous for its flooding, and so obviously to get permission to build, you have to build these little lakes, stop the houses from getting flooded. That looks like we're coming to our first railway bridge. Yep. So you'll see the old railway railings from the olden days. Still having a little road to pass underneath. So by the looks of things, because we are curling around the back of Chichester, there's probably going to be lots of places. If you didn't want to do the full 5.5 kilometres, you could park on the housing estates, get a little bit closer to Westdean. Like that there. So right here we've got a little notice board. Apparently we're in Brandy Hole Copse. Roman smugglers and a wealth of wildlife. That's a busy road up there. And looks like it's being crossed by another footpath here. This looks a lot more like my usual territory. There's some little steps up here, so have a quick look up here. Looks like some estate fencing there and more housing. So just like some of these maps, it's not particularly clear where you are. Guessing that's the bridge right up there, but it doesn't show a footpath or even a direction like a north sign. I'm not quite sure whether if you wanted to venture you'd go that way. I'm guessing so, because it looks prettier than if you head in that direction. Certainly a little bit blessed. This obviously gets very wet over here, but and back there, got this guttering down here, but because it's tarmacked here, I came prepared for some off-road, but looks like I didn't need to. So we've got some interesting sculptures here. Possibly an old telescope. You see, you can see down there. Looks like it's blanked off now. Really opens up here though. Previously it was talking about like a medieval field system. I'm not sure whether that, or medieval enclosure, I'm not sure whether that is it. Certainly here, this area looks fantastic, doesn't it? It almost looks like a Roman amphitheatre. Yeah, quite spectacular. Obviously quite popular in the summer because we've got a lot of extra furniture here, picnicking benches, and might be more accessible as a little footpath over there, and it's hard to see when you're on the ground. There might be quite near to some housing. So right here we've got some more interesting sculptures. Guessing the faces probably the old bits that used to hold down the railway sleepers, repurposed. Not sure what the bollards are. Some big old spades there. And then we've got another one over here. I'm guessing he's meant to be a conductor of some description, with his black and white staff there. Looks like there's another entrance to this area over there in the distance, albeit a very busy road, and another one of these old railway bridges. So just as a point of reference, we've got the signpost there, so Goodwood, Weststoke, which is near Kingly Vale. Looks like you can cycle there as well, 2 miles, and the Lavant, Westdean, and then Chichester back in that direction. some interesting sculptures, what do you call those, hanging from this bridge. Looks like this section of the railway goes right through a housing estate. That looks to me like it could be an old station building. So maybe we're off the railway and the platform is up there. Almost looks like that, doesn't it? And that just looks like a road, doesn't it? So not a huge amount of signposting here. That down there almost looks like where the railway used to go. There, so if you're doing this with your children, there's a little stop off there for them to play. Also, if you wanted to just do part of this, you could obviously stop and or do it from this location rather than Chichester. Just over there in the distance we can see the trundle. Some point of reference, and the river there, so possibly that's the Lavant. Still a grey old day today. Doesn't look like any signs of sunshine on the horizon, but we can hope for that. There's a little sign there telling us we're heading in this direction. It's not massively clear. I'm guessing it should be just going on the road. This looks more interesting, doesn't it? So, not very well signposted, but I believe we're meant to be down there, so we're going to head off in that direction. Hey, that's a bit of terrible signage there. Yeah, wasn't clear where I was meant to be going, albeit if I had a paper map it probably would be clearer. And again, looks like back there's some opportunities to park if you want to do only part of it. Just lost the sight of it there, but I can just see Kingley Vale over to the left. Must have been a magical, there it is, Kingley Vale. Must have been a magical train ride. So this is what I was expecting, this almost like gravel track. Stop to show you wild garlic in this little grove of trees. Again, this is, I was expecting it to be more like this than the trudging through a footpath, concreted footpath. There's Kingley Vale, all the dark yew trees you can see on that hillside. Looks like it's only a small crop of wild garlic. Not see any bluebells, but we'll head on. Some amazing properties over this way. Look at this beautiful building here. Views of this sculptured hillside. You know, all the lumps and bumps in it. Very picturesque. Anything they have to put up with is just that noisy road. So this is the part I walked down to of this in my previous video on the Centurion Way. I headed along here and up and over the bridge and up to the Westdean estate. So that's it, 5.5 miles, and then as I said in the last video, this way is all gated off. A map just showing you where we are and where we started, and just down there is the little village of Westdean. So that's me back to where we started, and a bit muddier than I thought it was going to be. I'm absolutely covered in mud all over myself, so these young ladies are going to be like that if they go that far down the path. Didn't record on the way back because I wanted to do a quick run on that, and took half an hour. Took an hour and 20 minutes to get there, obviously stopping to record. So if you made it this far to the video, apologies if the quality of the video has been lower because I'm filming it on this action camera, and just been experimenting with videoing. So yeah, but a like and subscribe would help to push the channel forward. So thank you very much for watching.